So it's good to see everybody. And today I'm going to use a quote from Brené Brown to inspire the theme of the class. And she said, this was written yesterday, she said, when we deny our history and pain, our history and pain owns us. But when we have the courage to own our stories of pain, fear, and oppression, we can write a new story. So today, which he wrote yesterday, we start a new story of unity, inclusivity, democracy, science, and empathy. So this, I don't know about you, but for me, it's been a trying week. I think probably for most of us, trying last few days, right, with just trying to work out what's going on, the uncertainty. We've had a trying year. We've had a trying 4 years. We've even had a lot of trying times before that, of course, because our history has not been beautiful or perfect. There's been lots of problems and serious problems that we have that has grown and been influenced by our history over time. Okay, but we have got a new chapter starting, right? Hopefully this new chapter will be more in line with yogic principles, right? Where we have respectful discourse. We kind of try to come together where we've got unity, healing, hope, and we try to work together to make the world a better place. Now we just have to remember that it's just the beginning, and we can't not necessarily just sit back and see what happens, right? It's a process, and we need to continue to participate, and participating and taking action is part of yoga, and then raising our voices and pushing for a better world. So with that said, it's going to be a class today where we're going to take things fairly slowly. We're going to work on breath, calming down the nervous system. So we're going to definitely do some movement, we're going to work, but we're going to take it a little bit more slowly. Okay? And as always, listening to your body and what you need today. But hopefully there's elements of hope, change, transformation that comes with the class. So we're going to start by coming into a mudra. And what the mudra, we're going to basically interlace the fingers here. So we're kind of making like we're just crossing the fingers together. And then we're turning the fingers so the thumbs are coming out to the sides and the bottom lots of fingers are all crisscrossing each other. And we can then place this mudra on our heart. It's called Vajradharma, so it's quite a difficult one to say. This mudra is a mudra of trust and hope. So we're going to place this over our hearts and sit up super tall, however you're sitting crossed legs or on your knees, and then you can close your eyes here. And just checking in with yourself, with your body, maybe even with your nervous system. See if you can find a connection and notice how you're doing. Checking in with your emotions. Mine are all over the place. Checking in with your mind. Noticing if it's calm, if it's a little more choppy. Just observing. And as always, bringing your attention to the present moment. So now we can come to letting go of what happened before class, to the past, what might happen after class in the future. Just let it go for now and bring your attention right here into the present moment. With your hands in the mudra, pressing into your heart, feeling your heartbeat maybe, connecting there. Maybe noticing your connection with whatever you're sitting on. Maybe noticing if you're outside a breeze. or just noticing any sounds that are around you. They can be close by or much further away in the distance, just observing. And then bringing your attention to your breath. As always in yoga, slowing the breath down. You can breathe through the nose and really find some intention and slowness in your breath. Deep, slow inhales and deep, slow exhales. As you inhale, maybe feeling your chest rise and maybe your hand mudra, or you will also lift with your breath. And exhale, feeling your chest sinking and your hands also sinking. So taking a few breaths here, noticing, observing, being in the present. If your mind should wander off somewhere else or engage in criticism of you or somebody else, notice it and just gently bring it back to the present. Kindness, compassion, and breathe. And then see if you can slow the exhale even more. So what I mean by that is you can have the inhales just staying as they are and seeing if you can lengthen the exhale so they're a little bit longer or a lot longer, depending on what you can do, than the inhale. So you're not trying to force the breath. You're not trying to really run out of breath so that you really need to gasp for breath. You're just slowing the breath down and seeing if you can extend that exhale just a little bit more. Each breath is a chance for a new beginning. So taking each breath and making it count. You can gently open your eyes here, changing the cross of your legs. If you're crossed legs, or you can stay kneeling. We're going to inhale, really reach those shoulders up towards the ears. Inhale. Exhale, just let them go. You can come, exhale through your nose, exhale through your mouth, whichever feels good. Inhaling through the nose though. And release. Fingertips coming to the shoulders here. So we're going to come into circles with our shoulders. But what we're going to do is we're going to inhale and the backs of the hands are going to meet behind the head. So the backs of the hands meet behind the head, touching. And then you're going to bring the elbows forward and the elbows touch. So bring it up and then the backs of the hands touch and then the elbows. You're making these circles. You can inhale on the up and exhale as you come down and forward. And then go in the opposite direction. and release. Just notice how your shoulders feel. You might need to shake them out a little bit. We're going to inhale, bringing the arms up. So we're going to take the left hand facing the front, right hand coming around and interlacing here. And then you can just reach up, so lengthening the arms up, taking a couple of breaths here. And then you're just going to twist over to the right side. Inhale, coming through center. And exhale, twisting the other direction. It's just a gentle twist. You're not going very far. You're looking with your neck towards the left armpit. And coming, inhaling back to center. You're going to just let the hands just hover over the head. There's a little bit of space here between the head and the hands. Taking some deep breaths. And then again, you're just twisting towards the right. Just gently, just a little bit. Inhale back to center. And then exhale, you're just twisting the other way. Inhale here. Arms come up. Then releasing the arms and notice how they feel. You're going to take the right hand and place it on the left knee, just twisting here to the left side. And you're just going to bring the right ear down to the right shoulder. Deep breaths. Inhale, coming up through center. And we're going the other way. So first twisting, and then you can drop the left ear to the left shoulder. Inhaling back to center. Exhale, hands to heart center. You can walk your hands forward, coming into a stretch with the fingertips coming forward. And then you can come sitting up, releasing through the legs, removing if you're sitting on anything. Excellent. And we're going to then come on hands and knees, but we're going to bring the fingertips facing our knees. And we're just going to come into some lion's breath. So letting out any of the anxiety, anything that we've been feeling lately, frustration, anger, just letting it all out, stuff that's built up. So the fingertips coming in towards you. You're going to inhale here. You're going to focus on the third eye between the eyebrows. And exhale, stick your tongue out and make a sound if you'd like. Out through your nose. Inhale through the nose. Exhaling. One more time. Inhale here. Exhale. Brilliant. The fingertips come forward again. Just coming into some hip circles here. They can be slow, they can be faster, they can be small, they can be bigger. Just listening intuitively to what your body needs or wants at this time. So you can inhale forward and exhale back if that feels good. And then going the other direction. Calming into neutral. You're going to just swivel on the right knee. So the right foot comes behind you, left leg coming out, foot coming down. So we're coming into a gate pose here. Reaching in opposite directions with the fingertips. Taking a deep breath here. And then maybe reaching the arm up overhead, finding a lovely stretch. Maybe even bringing the chest up towards the sky. Taking a deep breath here. And then we're going to come down, back onto all fours. And this time it's the left foot that comes out, and you're swiveling on that left knee. Right foot comes down to the ground, reaching fingertips up to the sky. Breathing here. And then gently reaching the arm up towards, overhead. And then you might twist your chest up towards the sky. Breathing here. And then coming back, hands and knees. Inhale, looking up. Exhale, rounding through the back. Coming into cow on the inhale. And cat on the exhale. Deep breath. Coming into neutral, right leg comes behind you. Exhale, knee in towards the nose, stepping that foot forward and reaching the arms all the way up. Exhaling, hands to heart center. You're going to interlace the hands behind your back, pressing down and back, opening through the chest. And then you're going to bring those hands on next to your left side. So the elbows squeeze together here, opening up here with the chest. So breathing here. We've got quite a lot of wind. So hopefully you can hear. Let me just see if I can muffle the sound of the wind a little bit. Taking a couple of breaths. And then you're going to release the hands, pressing down and back, opening through the chest. There is a lot of wind. Inhaling, calming back up. We're going to turn on that back knee again, opening up into a warrior two here. So reaching the arms out like a warrior two. Inhale, reaching forward. The arm comes down on that thigh. Left arm reaching up and over. Inhaling, calming back through center. We're just going the other direction. Inhale, back into center here. Turning back on forward with the hips reaching forward. Excellent. We're going to lengthen through that front leg. Hands coming to the hips, elbows squeezing towards each other. And we're just going to lean forward. And notice how this works the hamstring. You might find more space and you can come down even more. Just listening and paying attention to your body and breathing. Taking a few more breaths here. Inhale, calming on up, bending that knee again, hand comes down, and then the right foot can come back to meet the left. We're just moving the hips from side to side here. Taking a couple of breaths. I think we're about to have a storm here. It'll be interesting. So we're going to inhale, left leg comes back behind you. Exhale, rounding through the back, knee comes in towards nose and stepping that foot forward. Inhale, reaching all the way up. Hands touch. Exhale, hands to heart center. Interlacing the hands behind you, maybe different thumb on top. Pressing down and back, opening through the chest here. And then this time, the hands come on the other side of the waist. So on the right side of the waist, pressing hips forward and breathing here. Deep breaths. staying focused on the present. And then we're going to release the hands down, and we're going to then swivel on the back, on the right knee, reaching the arms out in opposite directions. Pressing forward. Inhale, reaching forward. Hand comes down on that thigh, and we can reach the other one overhead. This is like a mini extended side angle. And then moving the other direction, coming up, flipping the palm. Exhale, reaching the other way. Inhale, coming up, hands to hips, turning to the front. And we're going to lengthen through that front leg, maybe toes coming up, left hip back, right coming forward, squaring them off, squeezing the elbows towards each other and leaning forward as you breathe. Deep breaths in, deep breaths out. Inhaling, coming back up, hands come back down either side of that foot, and then we can bring that foot back to meet the other one. Great. We're going to place the hands down on the ground, tuck the toes, and coming into easy downward facing dog. So you can press back, bending the knees a lot, finding length through the arms, through the back. Breathing deeply here. You can bend one knee and then the other, so you're wagging your tail here. Excellent. And then gently walk your feet one step at a time to your hands. And you can bend your knees as much as possible, just bringing your chest to the thighs. You can come with your hands behind your ankles or wherever they get to on the leg, and just fold in half like a sandwich. You can shake your head no, you can nod your head yes. Taking a couple of breaths here. Keeping your right knee bent, right hand down on the ground. We're coming into a nice twist here. And then switching sides. Left knee bent, left hand down, right arm up into the sky. Hand comes back down. One more time, bending the knees a lot, squeezing, making a sandwich of your body. And then bending the knees a lot, arms coming out to the sides. And slowly finding your way up, arms touch, exhaling, hands to heart center. Just close the eyes for a moment, slowing the breath down, slowing the heartbeat down. Inhaling, arms are going to reach out to the sides and all the way up. And we're going to exhale, just twisting with the arms coming to the sides. So the body comes to the sides. Inhale, staying up, coming up to center. And exhale, just twisting the body the other way. Inhale, up. Exhale, twist. Inhale, up. Exhaling, twist here. Coming back to center. And then we're going to interlace the fingers, pressing the palms of the hands up to the sky. And then exhale, coming in one direction, doesn't matter which one it is. Inhale, coming up, and exhale over to the other side. Again, inhaling up, over to one side, inhaling center, and over to the other side. Coming back, and hands can come back to the center. So we're going to bring our feet out a little bit more. And then coming into a warrior two. So you've got your left knee bent over the ankle, arms reaching in opposite directions. Now you're going to take that right arm and bring it on top of the left. So you can either give yourself a nice big hug with your hand, or you can come into eagle arms with your hands. Pressing the elbows forward, fingers up to the sky. And then you can come into a little mini back bend here, just being gentle with your back. So not take it too far. Coming, inhaling to center. And then we're exhaling, just leaning forward in this pose. So coming into a flat back here. Inhale, slowly, slowly, slowly. Coming on up. Releasing the arms here. And we're just doing a gentle forward opening here. So left hand on the left thigh. Other arm comes up. And exhale, going the other way, reverse warrior. Coming back to the first one. Reaching. And going the other direction. Lovely. Arms come back out. Hands then come to the hips. And we're going to turn towards the left side on the ball of that right foot. So the heel lifts. Inhale. Arms are going to reach up. Exhale. Twisting towards the right with the arms. Inhale. Arms up to center. Exhale. Twisting to the left. Inhale, up, twist right, exhale. Inhale, up, twisting left. Inhale, coming on up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Lengthening through that front leg. The heel of the back foot is still lifted. Inhale, reaching the arms all the way up. Finding balance here is tricky, so just paying attention, being kind, being compassionate with yourself. Inhaling here. Exhale, twisting right. Inhale here. Exhale, twist to the left. Inhale here, however wobbly. Exhale to the right. Inhale here. Exhale left. And then inhale back to center, hands touch. Exhale, hands to heart center. Now we go a little bit crazy here. We're going to press that right heel down. The toes of the left foot come up. So it's a little bit unusual. Hands can come to the hips. Elbows squeezing in towards each other. And just leaning forward, working that hamstring again. Now this is a bit wobbly again. It's hard to balance here, finding compassion, finding kindness, recognizing other people's challenges in this pose, sending out kindness and compassionate thoughts to them. Breathing here, you might feel some wobbliness and shaking, taking a breath and slowly inhale, coming up and bending that front knee, arms reach up. And opening up again, warrior two. Taking a moment here, breathe. And then we're going to lengthen out through that front leg. Toes are going to come in. And we'll go the other direction, warrior two. So this time, we bring the left arm over the right. Again, you can give yourself a loving hug here. Or you can bring yourself into eagle arms, pressing the elbows away from you, fingers up to the sky. Maybe a little back bend here, just being gentle, being kind, being thoughtful. And exhale, folding forward, flat back, keeping that front knee bent. It's difficult, we're asymmetrical. Nothing in life is very easy. So breathing through it and working hard to see if you can make it work. Inhale, slowly coming back up. And then releasing the arms, reaching them out in opposite directions. Taking a deep inhale here. The right hand comes down to that leg. Left arm coming up. And then switching sides, reversing that warrior. Inhale, coming forward. Exhale, reversing. Excellent. Arms then coming back here. And we're going to then bring the hands to the hips. And we're going to turn on the ball of that back foot, lifting the heel. Inhale, reaching the arms up. Exhale, hands to heart center for a moment. Inhale, reach the arms up. And then we're going to exhale, turning to the right. Inhale here. And exhale, turning to the left. Inhale, center. Exhale, right. Inhale, center. Exhale, left. Inhale, center. Lengthening through that front leg. And exhale, over to the right. Inhale, center. Exhaling, left. Inhale, up. However wobbly we feel, it's a challenge. We're getting there. Exhale to the right. Inhale, center. Exhale, left. Coming back to the center. And remember, we're going to bring that back heel down. Toes of the front foot coming forward. Exhaling. Hands to heart center. Taking the hands to the hips or to the waist. Elbows squeezing in towards each other. Opening through the chest. Squaring off through the hips. And exhale. Leaning forward. It's not easy. Taking your time. Slow down. Finding kindness. Finding compassion. Even though it's difficult. Breathe. You've got this. Inhale, coming on up. And then we're going to bring ourselves back into a warrior two here. Lovely. And then straightening through that leg, we're going to bring the toes in towards each other so the heels are pigeon-toed, interlacing the fingers behind us, opening through the chest. And then exhale, finding a flat back, lifting the arms up if it works for you. Now we're going to bring the hands underneath the head here. And we're just doing gentle twists. So right hand down on the ground. Left arm reaching up into the sky. You can have it on your back. Switching over. Left hand down. Right hand reaching. Again, first side. Opening up. Switching sides. Reach. And then we're going to come into a wide-legged downward facing dog. So we're reaching forward with the hand, trying to find length through the back. Breathing here. And then slowly walking yourself back, hands on hips, flat back, and slowly bringing yourself back up. Elbows squeeze, heels toeing the feet in towards each other. And we can come into some hip circles here. So just gentle circles with the hips. Inhaling maybe forward, exhaling back. And then we can go the other direction. Great. Now we can just come into a very basic tree pose, and that can be using foot down on the ground as a kickstand. It can be bring that foot beneath the knee or above the knee, hands at heart center. Really having that foot that's down on the ground, grounding, connecting with nature, connecting with each other, connecting with everybody in the US, in Puerto Rico, in the universe, just recognizing that common connection. And if you'd like, you can reach those arms up overhead. You can find some movement in those arms, as though they're branches in the wind. You can also just bring them down and reach them up and have a little bit of movement like that. Exhaling down, inhaling up one more time. And hands to heart center, switching sides, just walking out those feet. Other side, so kickstand below the knee, above the knee, wherever it works for you. You can work with having your hands at heart center. You can use a wall or anything else to help you balance if that's a challenge today. And then the arms maybe can reach up. Again, a little bit of slow movement in the wind. Or maybe you can feel some gentle movement up and down. Inhaling up, exhaling, calming down. Again, feeling that connection with the ground, connecting us to everybody else in the world. All right, last time. Hands to heart center and release. We just slowly come down into a squat. So very carefully calming on down. Finding any movement that feels good, lengthening through the back, pressing elbows into knees, knees into elbows. Maybe even moving from side to side a little bit. Rocking here. The right hand can press into the leg and maybe left arm comes up. And you can come into, of course, any variation in any of these poses, listening to your body. And then coming through center, other side. Great. And then we're just going to come back onto hands and knees here. So finding a way for the transition. And we're going to walk ourselves into puppy dog. So what will happen is that we're just walking our hands forward. The bottom stays above the knees. So you're bringing your chest and chin down towards the ground. And breathe here. And then you're going to take your right arm and you're going to thread the needle. So you're going to bring it underneath your left arm and just tuck your shoulders. So you're kind of coming into a little bit of a twist here. Your bottom is still up in the air. Slowly coming on up, and you're going the other direction. So left arm, left shoulder comes down on the ground, and you're twisting to try and stack those shoulders one above each other. Slowly coming up. You're going to move forward here, coming onto your forearms. Dropping the hips here, coming into Sphinx pose, opening the chest, relaxing through the shoulders, pressing the feet down into the ground. You're going to take your right arm and cross it over your left, so their arms are perpendicular from each other. And you're just coming into a gentle twist here. Coming back to center, other way. So left arm just coming over the right and twisting towards the right. And then coming down to the ground, you can open your arms up so they're reaching in both directions, giving the world a bit of a hug. So you're coming down, your arms are reaching in both directions, hands palms down, and just giving the world a hug. It could do with a bit of care, a little bit of attention, a little bit of love. So then you're going to bring your right arm out to your side, perpendicular from your body. You might use your left hand as a little pillow for your head, or you might have a block underneath your head if you've got a block. The left leg can come bend and you can just place it behind the other leg. So you're just stacking your shoulders if it feels okay for your shoulder, otherwise you come into a variation. If you've got shoulder issues, you might, and this doesn't feel good for you, you might just decide to bring your arm forward and work this pose slightly differently with your arm in front of you. So just paying attention, listening to what works for you. If you want to put a little bit more effort in, you might lift that left leg up towards the sky. And then rolling back onto your belly, giving the world another hug. And you're coming the other direction. So the left arm is perpendicular. If this works for you, you're rolling onto your left side. The right leg comes behind you, maybe fisting, putting a fist, making a fist with that right hand and just placing it under your head. Breathing here. And then maybe bringing your leg up, if that feels good. Excellent. Leg comes back down, rolling back onto the belly. And you're going to roll all the way onto your back here. Bringing knees into chest, giving yourself a hug, rolling from side to side. Placing the feet down, we're going to come into bridge pose. So you're just going to press the shoulders down into the ground, lift up through the hips. If you've got a block and you want to come into a more restorative pose, you can just pop it on any level underneath your sits bones. So the flat part of your back, of your lower back. Otherwise, you can interlace your fingers together, maybe tucking your shoulders. You can close your eyes for a moment and breathe here. Releasing your arms or releasing the block, and slowly, one vertebrae at a time, coming on down. You're going to bring the legs up to the sky, waterfall pose, pressing the lower back into the ground, feet up to the sky. If this is too much for you or you can't get your lower back on the ground, bending your knees here a little. Closing the eyes and breathe. And then you can bring your feet together, knees out to the sides. So coming into butterfly pose or Baddha Konasana here. You can hold on to your feet if it feels good, or you can place your feet down on the ground, knees just coming out towards the sides. Palms face up with your eyes closed. Take a few more deep breaths going inward. Really being observant. If your mind is wandering, see if you can kindly bring it back to what's happening in the present moment. Then you're going to bring the left knee in towards your body. Right leg lengthens down onto the ground. Squeezing that left leg in. And you're just going to move it across your body. Coming into a spinal twist. That left shoulder can come down towards the ground. If it feels good, you can look over that left arm, the left shoulder. You can close your eyes if you like. Calming through center, knees coming in, squeezing both of them together. And then this time, you're going to take your right knee in, left leg comes down to the ground. And you're going to then move that knee across your body, right arm comes out to the side, finding your spinal twist. If it's too much for your neck, just view it looking up to the sky. Otherwise over fingertips, and then closing your eyes, you can go more deeply within. Coming into center, another big hug, unconditional hug, giving yourself care, attention, having your back. And then we're going to stretch the legs out, the ankles together, arms reach up above you. You can interlace fingers and have the index fingers pointing up. So reaching in opposite directions like a pencil. And then you're going to come into a banana type of shape. So your feet are going to move over to the right side. Your arms and your head are going to move a little bit over to the right side also. So you're coming into a little kind of curved shape. And breathe. Eyes can be closed here. Coming back through center, everything straight, reaching in opposite directions, maybe even pointing your toes away from you. And then walking your feet over to the left side, arms can move over to the left, finding your little banana shape on this side. Coming into center, you can bring your feet mat's distance apart, the toes falling out to the sides, palms face up, finding your Shavasana, your resting pose. Shoulders pressing into the ground, giving yourself permission to completely surrender. There's so much that we do in life, and sometimes it's really great to stop and do nothing. So let go of controlling your breath and controlling anything else. Just allow yourself to be here in this moment, just as you are, just as this moment is. So you can stay where you are if you want a longer Shavasana, or you can find a little bit of movement in your body and wriggle your fingers, wriggle your toes, and maybe finding circles with the wrists or the ankles. And then reaching the arms up overhead, finding length from fingertips to your toes. Bringing knees into chest, giving yourself a final unconditional hug of the club. And rolling yourself onto the right side. Maybe using your right arm as a pillow, feeling the ground there to support you. And gently pressing yourself up into a seated pose, sitting up super tall, maybe keeping your eyes closed, thumbs and index fingers touching, palms face up, and just pausing here for a moment, feeling length through your spine. Just checking in with your body again, and notice how it's doing. We're going to end the class with some alternate nostril breathing. You can use your right hand to block off your right nostril and your left nostril. So we're going to inhale for the count of 4, hold the breath in for 4, exhale through right 4, and then you breathe in through the same nostril, hold, and exhale the other nostril. I'll talk you through it. You can always find your own breath if this doesn't work for you. So taking a deep inhale through both nostrils to begin with, and exhale deeply through both nostrils. Inhale deeply through both nostrils. And then exhale deeply through both, bringing the hand up to the face, blocking the right nostril. Inhale left. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold. 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale right. 1, 2, 3, 4. Inhale right. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold. 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale left. 1, 2, 3, 4. Inhale left. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold. 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale right. 1, 2, 3, 4. Inhale right. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold. 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale left. 1, 2, 3, 4. Inhale left. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold. 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale right. 1, 2, 3, 4. Inhale right. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold. 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale left. 1, 2, 3, 4. Relaxing the hand down to the left. Just noticing how you feel here. And pausing for the moment, letting go of the hold, just breathing through your nose, inhaling and exhaling here. And then bringing the hands to heart center. We're going to inhale, reaching out and up, gathering healing energy here. And exhale, bringing it down to heart center, but also sending it out to the world. Inhale, reaching the arms out and up, gathering in hope. And exhaling, bringing the hands to heart center and sending it out to the world. Inhale, reaching the arms out and up, gathering positive change and transformation possibilities. And exhale, bringing it to your heart, sending it out to the world. Pausing here, finding some gratitude towards yourself for taking the time for your body, for your mind today. And then bringing the hands up to the third eye center between the eyebrows. Such a pleasure guiding you all through your practice. Thank you for your energy. Thank you for participating. Namaste.